gonna make my little mix here. So I have cottage cheese, low fat. I really like this stuff. It's organic, and the healthier the better nowadays, anyways. So I'm gonna add my aged cheddar. This stuff's aged 3 years, so it's really strong, but it will go perfect with the calmness of the cottage cheese. So I'm just gonna grate it in, grate it in, grate it in, grate it in. You just want the mild flavor. It is a strong cheese, like I said. We probably won't overpower the jalapenos, but you never know. Okay, so we got that there. I'm not just going to leave that like that. I always want to season because I did leave the jalapenos pure. So I'm going to season that with a little bit of salt. Salt. Throw some over there. A little bit of pepper. I'm going to give it a nice mix through. I kind of want to counteract the strength of the jalapenos. I'm doing it with the age and the cheddar. But I'm going to add some honey. Just because sweet and spicy is where it's at. A little honey. Not too much. Because you don't want to, not want a liquid product here with this mix. You want it to keep its body. And I got it in here. I got everything incorporated. A little tea. Excellent. My hands in old rinse-a-roo here. Clean off the excess dirt on the cutting board. Okay, now we're ready to stuff. I'm going to take the pepper. As you can see, I got the hole hollowed out. Get that? I'm just going to, usually what I would do is I take a piping bag and fill a piping bag in and out, that's it. Today I'm just going to stuff them by hand. Just because that's how we do today, since we are starting from scratch on DB30.com. So I just want to pack the shit out of this pepper. I'm going to pack it. And this is our final product with the stuff. Okay, so what next I'm going to do, I put together 2 puff pastry sheets, and don't fret, I will teach you next week on my tutorial how to make puff pastry. We got these sheets here. Now what I really want to do, always when you're working with pastries, you don't really want to use your cutting board, you want to use a counter. Space is limited. And I turn this lengthwise. What I want to do is, I'm going to bring the knife, you want to come in here? Bring the knife straight down the center. Okay? And I want a clean edge. So I'm going to take that edge off there, and take this edge off the bottom. I'm going to take the edge off the top, and of course, I'm going to take the edge off the other side. So these are going to be 2 clean like 2 clean halves. Looking good, looking great. Okay? If you want to do me a favor, can somebody get me some egg yolks, please? A couple egg yolks in a bowl.
Yes, chef.
Thank you. So I'm going to separate that in half, and then I'm just going to cut on the angle like a triangle. Okay, so I finished cutting off the puff pastries. Now all I'm going to do is, like I started here, I just grab the jalapeno. I kind of want them all on the same side, just for uniformity. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to place the pepper right in the bottom like this, and I'm just going to slowly wrap it around. Wrap it around just like that. I'm going to finish off what I'm doing with these. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate 2 eggs, yolk to whites. I'm just going to use the yolks. I'm going to brush them, give it that golden color on the puff pastry. These are going to expand really nice. The cheese is going to warm up. It's going to be really beautiful. It's going to zap the shit out of you, to be honest with you. All these flavors, the honey, the cheddar, the cottage cheese, the jalapeno, the puff pastry. Beautiful.
Bam!
Bam is right. No trademarks. Roll it up. Last one here. I'd just like you to know, we're drinking a vino right now, a Cabernet Sauvignon Chateau Montellina. Which bottle are we drinking out from here, boys?
This one.
This one here. 1989, it's 20-year-old wine. Beautiful thing. I'd like to cheers to my boys. Salud. DB30 is going to be a big thing this year. Okay, so now what am I going to do? I am going to separate these eggs. Like I said, I need the yolk. for basting purposes. So to separate an egg, to keep it clean, just break it right in half. What you do, you get the whites out, just transfer it over, let the yolk out. I don't really want this thing here. It's a little membrane. You just dump it in like that. It's a perfect egg yolk. Same thing, same idea. Tack, 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 tack. Give me that yolk. Perfect. Mix them all together, beat them down. Get rid of that. I find a brush, or I can use my fingers, either or. It doesn't really matter when you're working with small amounts like this. So I'm just going to take my finger, I'm just going to brush, 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 give it that nice coating. Do the same thing here, and so on and so forth, all the way down. So here I'm going to bang these in the oven. I got my oven preheated on bake. Make sure it's on bake for 350. And I put these in till they brown, maybe 5-10 minutes. They're going in. I'll let you see. I got them basted. Just, you know, that's going to give it a nice golden brown. It's going to seal them together. So I got them going in. When I come back, I'll have everything cleaned up. Okay, so we're back. And what I did, I was going to show you earlier about the sheen on the pepper. It was a light roast, just enough to pull the skin off after I sweated it. Tons more color. It's going to be a lot more texture as well. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean off my cutting board.
Hey Donnie, the other night me and my girlfriend had salmon for dinner. I tried to peel it and I couldn't peel it properly without it falling apart.
Cool. Do I? This is what DB30 is all about. Friends helping friends, foodies helping foodies. I'd love to show you, man. So, what I have here is I have a half a side of an organic, Irish organic salmon. So what I'm going to do is this. If you can just get in here a little closer. It's already been pre-deboned. There's no pin bones, no nothing. It's actually been trimmed on the sides. So what I want to do is, I kind of want to take it down the loin. Now keep in mind, the only reason I'm cleaning this fish like this is because I only do have half a side. If I had the whole side, I'd be taking it down from the skinny part of the tail. So here I'm just kind of making a thinner piece so I can clean it much easier. So what I'm going to do is this. So I'm going to put my knife in right down to the skin. And I'm going to give it a little tilt. I don't know if you can see that there. I'm going to give it a little tilt. And I'm going to start cutting upward. Where then, now I'm going to use this tail. And I'm just going to move the tail like this, slowly guiding my knife along. So what I'm doing is I'm shaking the tail. Look at that. Right off the bone. No skin, no nothing. So this style, what I'm going to do is I want to do thick, cubes. Say for you and your girlfriend, whatever. So now, I mean, not in restaurants, you wouldn't want food costs like this, but for finer dining, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to cut along the belly. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut thick cubes along the loin. This is like a salmon tenderloin almost, if I may. Okay, so when I come back, what I'm going to do is I'm going to marinate these because we're all about marinating, tenderizing, DB30, fresh is in, sexy is in, shake it like a Martini Tini, DB30. I'll be okay. Well, I guess we're back. And what I did was I pulled together a bit of an Italian marinade where I took olive oil, I took some fresh roasted peppers, some fresh herbs, oregano, thyme. Now I'm going to hit it with some pepper and a little bit of honey. And I'm just going to let that sit for about an hour, and the beef should be ready at the same time.